Nobody told me.
It's got a U-Haul in it, so what media is in there?
What's going on, everybody? Let's see if Kelly will remove herself from my deal. All right, Kelly, you can hear me. You're in my screen. Thank you. What is going on, All Terrain Nation? Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or this tall guy that I stand by a lot of times, this is your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, Dave Boyd, and we are going. Well, I was going to say we're going outside, Mark, but we're outside. I wanted to see the show's starting to wind down, but I wanted to see what happens out here. Mark, have you been out here yet?
I was out here yesterday. Great Nitto bows. DB set up out here. Ruck Rack is set up out here. And of course, our Tennessee Bronco Club is set up here as well.
That's right. And I kind of wanted to poke around here and see what was going on, because Broncos are everywhere. It's good to see. I want to see more Broncos, so that's why we definitely want to promote this event and let you guys see that come out, have some fun. This is a new event, so attendance is I won't say down because it's the first year, but it's smaller, and I want to make this big because, for one, it's local to me, but what they do for the Jeep clubs here is incredible, and this could be even half what the Jeep club is, Mark. Dude, it's going to be massive.
I think next year out here, easily double the size of the vendors and the shows.
Right, but Nitto they've got a nice display there. They've got one on the interior as well. But what I wanted to talk about was just what happens out here. They did have a show and shine, and it looks like that's probably already wound down. But, Ruck Rack. I know Ruck Rack. Good, that's cool stuff. Especially if you got a two-door, Mark. You need more.
More space for a two-door. There's no space.
That's right. Man, I am in love right now. This is ideally, if I could have Mark in my garage right now, this is where it would be at. I love the two-door truck versions of these things. Great color. Love that kind of cream top with this thing. And holy cow, this is pretty wicked, man. Mark, you're kind of a Ford guy though, right?
I am a Ford guy.
Could you see something like this being in your driveway?
Oh, I would absolutely, without question, have this in the driveway. I mean, this is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
So clean, so well restored.
Yes. Like, a lot of times you see all this chrome and stuff gets over years. I remember my dad had an old Silverado, 70 Silverado. It had this big chrome. Just everybody put their car doors into it. So that's really nice. I'm telling you, if Ford would do this now, even as a two-door, I think
there's totally a market for
Yes, there's definitely a market for this. And unlike Jeep, Jeep thought they needed that we got to have a full 5-foot bed. Dude, vehicles now are so split with the audience. If there's a specific audience for every vehicle, yes, I think it would do well. And, the Hyundais and all that are trying to do those little small beds. But this is... I
think if you took a two-door and did something like this, I think it would sell really well.
And who was it? Somebody did that to a first edition.
Chopped it right away.
Just chopped it right up, man. But I love this. Simple, easy. Obviously, you got your shifting in the floorboard where it should be. And look at that little throw to in that thing. Pretty clean. And I love that. I can't get too much away, but I love the headlights, Mark.
That's the classic. We were talking about that earlier. That is the classic headlight. That perfect round and that amber off to the side.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. We have a nice big, I don't know which model this is. They took all their badging off, but look at them big old fuel wheels. They went with my tires. Got to go with the BF Goodrich, man. But a little Virginia Bronco. And I got the little LED in the front. That's pretty cool. Virginia is for lovers. But now, first Bronco I ever drove, the little Bronco 2. This was the first one I ever drove. It was a maroon Bronco like this. I thought it was the most badass because I'm sure Mark, you're about my age. You remember the 80s.
Oh yeah.
And this was, I don't recall the tires being that tiny, but it was like, oh, cool. This is an off-road vehicle. And Chevrolet did the S10 version of this, but I always liked the Ranger. I like the interior of it.
Big windows.
Yes. Well, you got to see, you got to be able to see in there. But, dude, the color, the Steelies that are color matched with that, a lot of love. And these do not get the love they deserve because these are fun. When I was a kid, I wanted the square, the late 80s, early 90s one with the bigger square lights. I always liked those, but never understood why people kind of crap on these things, man. And I think it's amazing.
Because it was so much smaller, people didn't see this as a true off-road
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah.
They didn't understand the capabilities, so it didn't get the love and attention that it really needed.
Yeah. Speaking of attention, once again, man, if I can ever find a Gen 1, the problem with Gen 1s now is the new Broncos. They've caused these things to just skyrocket in price, and for good reason. They're a classic. Something about, I won't pick on Jeep because I love Jeeps as well, but Mark, something about this of the time period for me is just way cooler than what the Jeeps were at the time, you know?
Agreed.
You think of a Jeep now, man, like JKs, some of the more modern ones are the way to go, and those are kind of getting to be vintage vehicles, but this is, for me, this is the way to go.
That good classic, not that round, that
Yes.
squared off.
Ford, where you at? Come on, man, Ford. Come on, where you at?
Why didn't that come out originally?
Right.
I like the updated paint, carbonized gray, just like my current new one.
Look at the sparkle on that, though. That's really pretty. Once again, I just love those headlights, and maybe someday down the road we'll see lights like that. All right, like I said, they're winding down. So, what in the tarnations is this thing? What do we got going on here? Area 51 cow print?
Yeah, still driver drive-out tags.
Yes.
Carvana?
That's great, man. I love it. I do love it. Look at that. That is awesome. Look at the cow print on that thing, and that's paint, right?
Is that vinyl?
No, it's vinyl. Okay, I was like,
urban camouflage.
Yeah, but how fun is this?
And that is quite the tint.
What are these 40s? 39, yeah, they're basically 40s on this thing, and
it looks nice. I like the black rhino.
Yeah, not ridiculous.
No,
it's tall, but nothing crazy. That print is just ridiculous, man. I love it. Somebody put a duck up on the roof. Yeah. Now we're getting into some of the more classic colors. We've seen this in for quite a while. I'm surprised this made it past 24. They did away with like Area 51 and I forget what other. The orange on the Raptors, but the green. This is just, it's fitting. You know, it needs a white. It needs that cream, not white roof, but it needs that cream, that kind of cream roof to it. And I think
it would set off a lot better.
Yeah, and looks like we got some 2-doors down here. I like the stance of the black one there. That's something about a 2-door. You get a little bit of a wider stance. For me, it sets them really off. They tend to look really good. Where it's got the big sidewalls versus the white one here is kind of, you know, more of a deeper, taller wheel and less sidewalls. But I think classic look, you want that big sidewalls to that thing. 2-door, Mark. That's gotta speak to you a little bit, right?
I do. I love the 2-door. I have that personally. My Wild Track, and yes, I don't care what you guys voted on. I still love my Wild Track. That was my vote that night. But I love the 2-door. I think it's got a much more classic feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they added in the roof rack on this one.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, nice, man.
And they were still able to pull their panels out. So.
Well, it's a 2-door Outer Banks. Well, it's just is no more. They don't make those anymore, which is it's a head scratcher to me. But that green with those seats, that's a nice color. Yeah, that's a good mix.
And if this had that cream color top, I think it would tie it all together.
Yes. Hey, whoever's Bronco, I'm telling you, paint that nice kind of cream color, and you'll love it. But they got the smooth taillights on this thing. That looks good. Which
we were talking about this earlier. That's the Oracle flush mount.
Mm-hmm.
That is the tinted version. They also have the other one that
is this the tinted version that you were telling me about? Okay,
this is the tinted. They have the one that still shows red when it's off. But even with tinted, that is a bright red when that comes on.
And you see them in photos, they don't speak to me. But when I've seen them now in person, I'm kind of like, okay, I kind of get the kind of flush look to that thing. It's very cool. It looks like Mountain Metal over there installing products for somebody. That's some of the cool things here that some of the vendors will come out here and help you out a little bit. And they have carts. Mark, you can buy a lot of big things and they'll wheel them. We got asphalt. You can wheel the product right to your vehicle.
That's true. And they've got actually the load up ramp. If you buy any large items, you can back right down. I'm telling you, the Stampede, the whole event, very well thought out, very well organized.
Right. Now we're getting into some of the bigger Broncos here. Of course, you see people, they're enjoying their Broncos, just having a blast. I haven't seen very many Gen 2, 3s here.
I have not either. I know I saw some getting trailered in for the show and shine that we had, and those may have been pulled out already.
Right.
The Bronco Ranger XL2, I mean, great color, great, you know.
KC lights, man. When I was a kid, I thought you were a badass if you had the KC lights.
That's it.
Yeah. And here's the first time me seeing the Heritage Limited Edition in person. I believe this is the limited, right? No, is it? No, is this the? Yeah, it's the limited. So because the badging and everything, yeah. So limited edition, very cool.
Have $115,000. It could be yours.
I've seen one online for 85 already. Like I like these things, and I've told Kelly I would, especially this color, I would definitely. This is how I would do it. But it's a Badlands basically, and yeah, I mean, I guess what might help it. I've said that these will be collector's items, yeah, because it's a limited run. But very pretty, that color. That's metal badging on these, which is really nice. This is, I believe it's paint. No, it's vinyl. But just nice little touches to this. I like some of them I've seen, like this white wheel. I feel like I may be off, but these painted tops, once again, these are very nice. I was a little iffy if will they look nice from the factory, and it's not a pure white, no. So it's very fitting. And this is what, if they could put these tops on some of those green ones,
I think it would show up.
And why they didn't do that? Why they didn't do some greens, some of the what Bronco to be?
I think they want to stick, especially with the Heritage Edition. Mm-hmm. They wanted those heritage colors that we originally had. So,
and of course, this is, and I think that's a factory decal too, which I don't get that, but you got a throwback vehicle and then you do that. But square fenders, I love it. I wish
all of them needed.
Yes, all of them come with square fenders. But
but if you can't afford a Heritage, you can still mod out,
make your own.
And short of the white top, if this had white on the top, classic all day long.
Oh yeah, and of course you can vinyl that pretty cheaply anymore too. And I'm assuming, that's vinyl on that. But you got the classic kind of aluminum wheels on this thing. I like this a lot. There was a blue one in Townsend, you remember that? Or no, they did a weird. Remember there was that two-door where they did the vinyl going through the. It made it look like something, but very cool. If I were to have a race red, I probably would think about doing something like this. That is pretty awesome. Got a bumper and stuff on there. Pretty cool, man. I don't know. Choose an A or B over here. I'm still probably Team 4-door, but I like it. I like it quite a bit. The parking lot over there is full of Jeeps. Sorry, we got a generator right on top of us there. We'll poke around here just real quick, see what we can see in the parking lot, because you actually had to pay to be over here, if I remember right. There was a club parking or something that you could do over here.
This was just show and shine and vendors and then open parking for everyone else.
All right, Mark, one thing I want to talk about colors with Bronco as we're going through the parking lot here. Ford has really not brought any fun colors out there. They're pretty conservative with their colors, but Jeep.
Like, why can't we get that splash color?
Yes. Why can we not do some fun colors like Jeep does? Of course, you've got a cactus gray here next to this Jeep Gladiator, and I wouldn't choose it on the Gladiator, I don't think, but definitely I like this color. There's one in my local dealership that drives me nuts because I see this color on a Wrangler all the time, and I'm like, yeah, man, I would totally buy into that if they did it. But little Badlands. They put bigger tires on that, or what do we got on there?
Yeah,
no, but this is what comes with it. No, 285. So that's the factory 33s on that. For some reason, the stance looks a little different. But as you can see, Jeep guys are taking some chances with colors, and I kind of wish Bronco got just a little bit of that, man. We'll make our way. It's hot out here. We've been in the freezer all day. Next year, I'm going to bring my winter jacket to be in the building because it's cold.
It is very cold.
But when it's next week, when it's going to be super hot.
You guys are running the ruck racks?
Yeah, the ruck rack, that's turning out to be a pretty popular deal. Oh, first edition there. Nice. But look, even Subaru.
I was going to point it out if you didn't see it, man. This Subaru's been all over the place this weekend. You want to talk about overlanding a Subaru? This guy has it kitted out. Awnings, the whole nine.
But they're doing at least fun colors.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I do hear for 25, there's some rumors I'm hearing that they might actually do something fun. But yeah, of course, this event is done by some guys that do the Jeep event, so you see a few Jeeps around here. But overall, I wish I would have gotten out here sooner for you when this parking lot was just a little bit more full. But let's go through. We'll walk through the main entrance here and give people just kind of a one last, here's what it looks like to walk in this. If you've ever been to the Jeep one, they have all kinds of cool displays running through here. Oh, hey, I know that color.
Oh, look, someone put a little ducky on my hood.
Oh, they did. Oh, well, here's Mark's. So here's Mark's Bronco. I don't think much has changed since the last time we seen your Bronco.
I think it's pretty much still set the way I had it at Supercell.
I don't recall the duck on the hood.
No duck. I got ducked at dinner the other night. And I even got, I've got a whole...
Oh, now I got to go see mine. Where did I park? I can't even remember. I love this blue, man. I really do. It's a base squatch. Oh, they've been using it because there's a big dent in that door.
I'll say, she's got some pinstriping.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did I get... I don't even remember where I parked, Mark. This is what a live stream should be.
Right? Just completely wandering lost.
This is like a live stream of like you could go to anybody's parking lot and we'll just start live streaming. Yeah. But all these there's Broncos out through the parking lot and stuff as well, which is pretty cool. Because we're in Pigeon Forge, you can see there's roller coaster things. There's all kinds of fun stuff for the kids to do. Clean looking wild track right there.
I will tell you, even compared to Townsend in April, I have seen more wild tracks at this event.
You don't sell too hard. Come on.
At any other event I've been to. Like, and I don't know if it's just because of production timelines,
right,
or whatever. Wild Track was always held up because of the stuff that automatically
the hard
came
tops
with it, the hard tops and everything else. But more out of this event than any other time.
Nice little row of Broncos right here, and there's no ducks on my Bronco. I don't want a duck.
Some sticker fabs stuff in Rebecca's windshield.
I'm not disappointed. Oh, Mountain's Metal. I'm not disappointed that there's not a duck, but I'm kind of disappointed there's not a duck. But let's see. Mountain's Metal. Okay, and Trail Gear Oasis, which were on the live stream just a little bit ago, so we got their stickers. Yeah, my poor Bronco's getting beat up, man. It's just all scratched up on here. PPF.
You use it, Dave. You use the Bronco. She gets battle marks.
I don't get to use it as much as I'd like, Mark.
Sometimes life gets in the way.
That's true. Well, when you have this business, a real job, you coach things. Stupid me wanting to get back to the children. Oh, we got another Area 50. Most popular color, man. I am a little surprised they've killed that color.
As much as it's out here, I am too. Like, I thought Ford would have kept those higher production colors.
Yep. Such a take rate on that color. Between that and Cactus Gray, and they're still making Cactus Gray. The one color that, so usually you can kind of tell what, like Ford Maverick, some of the colors they get is khaki. And they're not bringing it in 24 to the Bronco, which is kind of, I would have thought, tan, military. A lot of military guys like the Broncos, the off-road look. Man, the stance of that one just looks really good.
I'll tell you, the fender deletes completely changed the stance of the vehicle.
I need to do that to mine. So here I am. So we got a Raptor right in front of us.
There you go.
I'm really itching to put, now I got to say this. I'm not a kind of guy that wants to lie and, I got a Raptor. But I'm really itching to put a Raptor grill on Kelly's Bronco. I just kind of like the big Ford. And I don't want to put anything else Raptor on it. I'm not trying to fool anybody, but I just really like that, the kind of look to that. But we'll walk in here and you guys can, thank you for watching these videos, by the way. I know this one here's a
little meandering.
Yeah, we're a little all over the place, but there's all kinds of YouTube celebrities here, Mark. There's All Terrain Nation, and there's All Terrain Nation's here. There's a lot of big movers here.
I'm telling you, everyone turned heads when Dave walks past with his camera.
Yeah, they're turning their heads like, get that damn thing out of my face. But no, there's Light Brights here, and there's a couple others that I've seen floating around here. But they're usually sponsor like Nitto. I think sponsored Light Bright to be here, and so if there's people like that next year, I definitely think you'll see more of that because the Jeep one that I showed up to last year, this whole roundabout was full of Jeeps. It was really cool. I'm surprised they don't have Broncos out here. But they'll have a lot of influencers and stuff like that. And let's see if they'll let us in this way, Mark.
They should. I mean, we got our stinking badges.
Yeah.
We're with the band.
Yeah, we're with the band. Dude, we were so miserable last year. Me and Kelly were sitting over there. There was a little bit of shade. It was just
Crazy
miserably hot out here, man. And you can see, thank you. But you could see all the like the wives that didn't want to be at their husband's Jeep fun thing. You could see all the people like that coming in, you know, just not wanting to be here. It was kind of fun.
And you've got a nice little selection of smaller vendors out front.
Yeah.
Different other things.
Sweet, nice. Koozies. But so air conditioning. I love it.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I was earlier. I was fussing. I was a little cold. I'm not complaining right now.
If you get the opportunity next year, come check out the show.
Yes.
It's going to continue to grow. We were talking to Justin earlier, the organizer.
Right.
Definitely a lot of stuff on the move for it.
Right. You know, dude, it's like this. Little touches like this just make it. You know, I mean, I know it's just a banner, but having like they want it to be legit. You know, it's not some guy just had a field and he's like, hey, let's suddenly we'll throw some Broncos out there and we'll be happy that way. But you can see here,
but even small shops, Bronco, you don't have to be a big name.
Yeah.
Everybody was invited. A lot of caros make sure to call out all of our sponsors and everybody that showed up.
That's nice too. That they and Justin, who we had on Bronco Talk Live, he's been over to our booth making sure he's going through just making sure the vendors are having a good time because yes, this event is about you people, but if the vendors aren't happy, you guys aren't coming because they're not coming. So it's a good thing that they kind of showed some love. And
lots of boxes walking out. There's a lot of people buying stuff. The vendors did a great job showing up with enough product on hand. Like I said, loading stuff out of the back. I've seen Nerf side steps, rock sliders, everything going on.
Well, that's the thing where our booth is.
right by the loadout.
Yeah.
So
this is what it's like to come into the event for those who are still hanging around here. I gotta buy a hat from these people.
Yeah.
I need a hat. So, do you have to follow this?
I guess we gotta go through the zigzag.
Wait, do I have my wallet?
No? Come on, Dave. I'll support you.
No, I got you. You super chatted me. I got the hat.
Oh, come on. You can't spend the money I just gave you with super chat back on a hat.
Problem is, the money you just gave me, YouTube gets almost half of that. So
I know.
That's why I like Patreon, people. Patreon is a lot nicer to creators. Man, I feel like this is a big lap of.
I did.
Mark, I feel like we could have cut through there.
Maybe. All right.
Let's see. So this is the stuff that they offer here. What do we got here? What are these little flags? Oh, that's kind of neat. What's the zipper for? Oh, it zips onto the pole, I guess.
I guess so, yeah. It's the flag system.
Huh. Well, that's kind of dope. That's kind of cool. It's kind of a small flag, Mark.
Little. I think it's just a replacement.
Oh man, but you can see they got fun hats here. Normally I'm attracted to these bright hats, but I'm not going bright today. I'm going over here. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm down with the white and gray.
Yes. So there you go, Bronco Stampede. Nice little hat. I have a hat. I'm going to choose one from the middle. I don't know why. I just got to be different. I want the hat that's not going to get love because it's the last day of the event. Got fun little shirts.
It's a good thing. They've got, like I said, they've got a great setup.
Mm-hmm.
It was well thought and organized.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeep guys, for teaching them how to organize. Yeah, that's a fun shirt. Got koozies.
How you doing?
Good.
How are you?
all this was expensive.
Help with something? Okay.
Sure. Sorry. We're recording something as we do this. Trying to show the love.
Okay.
Here, Mark, will you hold this real quick?
I shall. Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So just the one half?
I got two.
Oh,
I got them both. Yes, ma'am.
I gotta go back to the
Whoops. Sorry.
items here.
Mark.
6146.
Mark, if you could get all my identifications.
I turned the camera so we're not But they've got some really nice badging.
Yeah, these are cool.
Just need you to sign, and then it'll ask you how you want your receipt. Did y'all need a back of that? Or you...
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Should send the email to me. These are really cool.
Yeah, it did. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Much.
Have a good day.
All right, we're geared up, guys. We're ready to. We've supported the show. I think Alan gave him money. Now we're giving them more money. But let's see where this hat can go. Mark, have you had a good time though?
Great time. Talking to a lot of the vendors, just the customers coming through. People that don't even have Broncos yet are still showing up to these events.
Well, what a great way if you've been on the fence. You know, I know there's some people that are still waiting to get Broncos, which is strange to me. But if you've been on the fence about ordering one because you've heard, oh, they take forever to get, this is still a great way to come into this, see, you know, get an idea because everybody wants to modify their vehicle.
Correct.
Get a good idea of what it's going to cost you. Maybe pick up parts. And because you might find one maybe used, you're buying one used. Maybe somebody wasn't as nice to that, and so you want to upgrade some things that they might have, you know, not been so nice to. And hey, there's your chairs, Mark.
There's my chairs. Very comfortable.
Yeah. We got toys. This is here. I talked about this earlier. This Archangel Tactical, man. This is really cool. I like all the bags they do. And I'm telling you, it makes sense to have that in your vehicle because somebody can get hurt. Even you just cut your hand. Say you got to change a tire. You cut your hand somehow, something.
And if you've got one of those mountains of metal medicine boxes in your tailgate,
full circle.
Full circle, shameless plug.
Oh, man.
It fits right in there.
That's right. Speaking of there, Justin, speaking of which.
Come say hi to the people.
Yeah, come say hi to the people. We've bought your merch.
Nice.
We've walked and toured everywhere. How'd it go?
Fantastic. Couldn't ask for a better first annual Bronco Stampede. It's been great.
Good. What do you expect next year? I mean, obviously bigger.
Yeah, bigger, better. I expect way more vendors,
Yeah.
more attendance as we spread the word and do all the Facebook posts and put it out there on social media. I think it's going to be great.
Nice. Well, we'll definitely have you on the show soon because I want to recap after you settle down because this is just his warm-up, guys. He also does the Jeep one, and the Jeep one's a nightmare. I didn't know part of that.
It's a big monster.
But, hey, thumbs up, sir. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man. All right, let's see. Yep, she's right where we left her.
I watched the whole time.
You did?
I did.
I'm glad you got out of the shot.
Got out of the shot.
Look, and it's still playing on.
That's right, anywhere. All right, so hold on a minute. Let's bear with me, live crew. I'm setting up the tripod. See if we can do this live as people are looking at Alan's vehicle over there. All right, let's see.
What are we doing? What are you doing?
I'm just throwing a camera out here, buddy. Mark, you come in on this. I'm sitting in your chair, though.
That's fine.
Wow.
All right. Get a mic. Pass around, Kelly. Mark's too much of a celebrity. So we've been here a day and a half. I had a pretty good time. I've seen some things we expected to see. There's some vendors here I didn't expect to see that were here. What were your impressions of this event?
Overall, that was great. I'll be honest, I really, really loved that Bronco had its own thing.
Yes.
I mean, to have all the manufacturers that actually had Bronco displacement stuff, whatever it was that you wanted, to really was something for everybody.
We may be replacing something in ours.
That's mine.
Oh yeah, that's more.
So how'd it go?
Overall, though,
Hi, Rochelle.
Miss Diabolical.
She got all nervous and ran away.
Mark, you've been here the whole time with Alan. I have. You from load in on. How was the organization?
It was great. So through the roll-up doors, because of the way the building is laid out, you had to load in a certain way. They had it organized. They had time slots. It was seamless and smooth in and out. I mean, Nitto and Toyo Tire, and they've got entire semi-trailers in here that they were able to get in, get disconnected, and back out the door. It was really an easy flow. Justin did a great job organizing it. All the spots were lined up and organized, so every vendor was able to fall in and set their stuff up.
Yeah. I think we'll see on the forums and stuff some people bitching about, hey, there wasn't as many people as I thought would be there, and this is there's more people here honestly than I expected to be because the word was getting out, but they announced this during their Jeep event last year, and you know Jeep guy not going to like brag about a Bronco event trying to come in and take some of their facility.
Right.
I was happy to hear about that the oil change in place where the Jeep guys like to party. The quick move that it seems like there's enough Bronco people know about that, and they went and did their own thing, which was fun. Because part of the fun of this event is a party.
It's building the community. Everybody has talked to everybody else about what have you done to your Bronco, where you're taking your Bronco, just getting ideas and just building that group of community. And it's building momentum. We're seeing it the past couple of years in towns like Supercell. That has gotten larger, more vendors, more Broncos have shown up.
If you can get AC out there, I would greatly appreciate it.
It's
right
hot on
there
that
in the
field.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because it's funny you mentioned that about building a community and all of that because I actually was walking into the restroom.
Wait, I don't want to know the communities y'all built.
Walking into the restroom and I heard the ladies coming in that were behind me. They were like, oh, okay, so we're going to go do something else now. Now that I've talked to somebody that I was able to nerd out about my truck with that loves their truck as much as I love mine. And so it's really cool to, I mean, we've talked about this from events perspective over the years and years and years. That you just go for like 4 days and you feel like refreshed and then you go, oh man, I have to go back to the real world and people don't want to talk about my Bronco all the time. So, you know, it truly is that community experience.
The fun part too about some of these things is vendors listen to you what you want. You may want something or see a need for something they've just overlooked or just have no idea. So you get to talk to vendors firsthand, and not just like people in a suit or something that don't care. You're talking to people that, for one, they're trade show people. They do this all the time. So it's in their interest to sell their ownership or bosses. Hey, people want more stuff. We need to be able to go sell. And I have to say, Oracle's booth was really nice.
Oh yeah. There's a lady came up and she was like, "Hey, you need to make this."
Really?
It was like totally explaining to them what they wanted, what Oracle needed to do. She was like, "I will buy it."
Yeah.
Like so. They're definitely listening, and they were very attentive to what she was talking about. You know, trying to think through how that can be done.
I've watched it here with Diamond.
Yes.
As Alan has literally revamped and sent back to his team, we need to make this change and this change because I've noticed this or noticed that. So all of these vendors are constantly making updates based on our feedback, their own feedback as they've looked at their own product. Diamond was wanting to go roll out a bunch of new stuff that's coming here, both 2-door and 4-door, based off of their own knowledge of what they're seeing and what they're doing. And I think every vendor is striving to do that to help develop that community.
Every good vendor is going to do that for sure.
Yeah, and the more you talk to the vendors, the more likely they're going to come back. And if you guys didn't show up to these events, trust me, Bronco would be dead like that.
Yes.
The aftermarket community is kind of what helps fuel people wanting to purchase a Bronco to make it their own. And that's Ford said it from day one, you know, lifted all the Easter eggs they put in this thing. Yeah, and so they wanted aftermarket to jump in on this because Jeep has a killer aftermarket. Like you can't hide from the fact that Jeep, there's so many like I've seen stupid lug nuts for these things that they get down to that's how much detail they want to modify their vehicles with. And so if you guys come out to these things, show some love. I'm not saying but just come out and talk to vendors, show some interest in their products, and this thing will just get bigger and better.
Well, and honestly, if you've never been to one of these before, what a lot of people don't know is that they're show deals, like show prices on a lot of things. Like some places are like slashing their stuff by like half price, and you can take it with you. Or
Havoc, the title
discounts.
sponsor to this, had crazy show deals. Now, not everything was from where I would want my product to be because there's a couple things that I'm like, they're okay. I don't know how well it holds up, but Havoc spent a great deal of money to come to this,
Yeah.
to be a part of this event, just like Nitto. And Nitto's a big national sponsor, and it costs money to be here. So, I'm not going to run Nitto here. BFG, you need to be here. You need to be here.
Yeah.
But past that, I'm kidding, of course. Any sponsorship dollars that helps make this event, I'm sure you have.
But yeah, it's fun to come for the community. It's fun to, as an attendee, to really kind of go around and see, oh, I didn't know I needed that, and now I do, and a show deal on top of it.
Well, and it's the hands-on one. I was looking at Oracle at their Oculus lights. You can't really tell on a computer screen just how nice they look until you got in front of their Force vehicle and saw them on and saw how clean it was. And it really helps you say yes or no to certain products. Hey, I want that, and then you see it, and you're like, ooh, that's not what I thought it was. Now I'm over on this, So getting out, seeing that stuff, getting hands-on is a huge.
Because I know he was anti the taillights when we saw it first.
When me and Mark were outside, we were talking about it. It was like in pictures, seeing people's reviews of it, it didn't sell me on how nice they kind of look in person. And, that was something Oracle nailed me for a lot of money for, was because something I didn't know I needed. So you see it, and then suddenly I need it. And I had to get Mama Bear to go over and look at it because, she had to
kicking and screaming the whole way.
And then she's like grinning when she come back. So
I know what you're talking about.
So overall, I can't wait for next year, guys. It's in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's
a beautiful time of year.
Yes, it's a nice little vacation. You bring your family.
Yes.
Dad, son, whatever, want to come look at the off-road toys. Maybe mom wants to be the off-road toys. Dad takes the kids to go play in go-karts or whatever.
Lots of Airbnbs and Verbos and all those things where you can hotels and everything. And honestly, it's so many places that you could really get out in the hills, in the mountains, but yet be close enough to town where you can come in and just really kind of
come on around.
Fine.
Yeah, Justin.
We got Justin with Mountains to Metal joining in.
I just need to sit. Oh, crap.
Yeah, sit there.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
What's going on, Justin?
Well, I just came to see if y'all wanted to hang out at the Quaker Steak and Lube parking lot. You guys.
Some of us have to get back to the house front work.
Right? We don't all get to party in Pigeon Forge like it's 1999.
Oh, well, sucks to be you.
Justin, how was the event here? How was the event for you?
Well, it's been surprisingly busy, considering, it hasn't been as much foot traffic, obviously, as you'd see at the Jeep event. But, we have so many SKUs and so many different ranges of prices that we've been hopping most of the time. So
I'm assuming Mountains Metal will be back next year.
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely well worth y'all's time and trouble. What's kind of been, besides your, obviously you're here to sell things, what's been kind of the highlight of this season?
Well, I really like, obviously the Bronco parts were real slow to get to market at first just because nobody could get their hands on it. So we're about, 2.5 years or so into it. We're still, I'm amazed at how much stuff is still coming out on a daily basis. Tube doors, several people are tube doors, things like that.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of prototypes here, at least, to get a lot of good ideas. So.
And, some people snap photos of your ideas and trying to do their own. So.
Yeah, about every minute or so, somebody's taking a picture of my Bronco. So,
Is it impressive, or are they trying to steal my ideas? I don't know. Cool, man. So, guys, come out. I don't think I'm in the shot, but come out, support these things. Guys like Mountains Metal will be back.
They're here till 5.
Yeah, come support it. Clearly, I don't think that, it's only 2:30. If you're in the local area, I'm telling you, you see this right now. Time to come see this. You get a good walk around.
Parking is actually really easy right now.
Right. I know we were out there.
Yeah, why?
Nobody's having to shuttle in today?
No, not today.
That's nice.
Yeah, right on.
Great. So whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these shots I'm trying to get in, it does not matter what you drive. This has been kind of a recap of the Bronco. What is it? The Great Smoky Mountain Bronco Stampede.
That's GSMPS for short.
2023. And you'll see us here next year. So we're out. Peace, everybody.
See ya.
Gosh, I didn't know what I was walking in on.